Hello and hello. I am Adam Basa, and in the last video we have created the front end for the Netflix Signup clone. This video we will see how to develop the backend. And if you don't know what is backend, simply the backend is the part of the code which takes the user input, for example, the credit card number, the CCV is the CVV, and the expiration date, and do something with it. You can store it in a database or integrate Stripe or PayPal. Or you can do anything with it. But in this tutorial, we are going to just store it in a JSON file. So to get started, we are going to be using Express.js for the backend. So to get started, first of all, you will need to open a new project. Like you can see, I have got my VS Code open here, and we will need to first open the terminal. I am using PowerShell. Then first you can initialize an empty GitLab repository if you want. So I want to do that. So first I will run git init and init is initialize an empty project in my Netflix sign back. Then we will need to get started with the API. To get started, we need a package.json template file. And to get it, you can just create it, but it's hard to create it. So just run npm init to initialize the package or yarn init if you are using yarn. And then -y to make it the default thing. You don't need to waste your time doing it. So hit enter. It will, like you can see, it will write a package file, package.json file, like you can see it is here. Like you can see, when you go back, you can see the package.json file. So what I like to do is just edit it, add a simple description. So for example, this is the backend for the Netflix sign up. No, for example, or whatever you would like. Then the main point, the entry point, by default it is in index.js, but I prefer it to be inside a SLS folder. This is just my preference. You can just make index.js in the main file, but it is recommended that you create it in an SLS folder. The keyword, you don't need to worry about it here if you want to publish this as a package to npm, but in my case it's not a package. And the author, I'm going to just say basa coder delete it. Then we are going to create the file. So I'm going to create an SRS folder, like you can see it has created. Move inside this SRS folder and create an in the entry point file in the layouts, details. Now when you return, you will find an index layers inside of here. Like you can see, it is empty, currently empty. To get started and to develop an Express API, you need first to download the dependency for it. So I'm going to go back to the main loop. Then I will learn npm install plus and call. And if you don't know what is npm install, it is simply to install the JavaScript package, and we want to install the class package, and they call the package to bypass or to learn the code, the cause, which is a browser policy. And now it is installing it. We need to wait until it is finished installing. Little like you see it has started, added a node module and a package the hyphen lock. Like you can see inside of it, you find a lot of packages, even though we didn't install all of them, it comes pre-built with all the dependencies. Then we will need to add a git ignore file if you are going to push it to GitHub and run. So, so git ignore. This git ignore file uh, is to ignore the node module so it wouldn't take up space of your repository. Also, like this is to exclude the file or the folder you put here when you are going to commit it. Like you can see now, this won't commit at all. Then now we need to import the library. So to import it, I'm going to require. So the first we want is the express. So first express equals to be required, and I'm going to require step. Then need to, to import also calls. So const calls equal to be require calls. And we need to define an app for the explore. So to do that, I'm going to just have a new line. And I'm going to make a consonant of app, and this equal to be the express. And the first, and I'm going to add, and to embed call the rule call inside the class, you simply call the app, which is a class. Inside of it, you will just go to use, then you are going to use what I'm going to use to call function delete. Then you can add an app dot listen to listen for the part number. So the default part number is 1000. You can add a part one. So I'm listening to 3000, and when I listen, when it is started, you can do anything. I like to do control dog API or server, whatever you want to call it, started on port 3000, and maybe give the wallet. But I'm not going to do it in cafe. Then here you need to define the route routes. So The loop that we will code it is add sec- subscription subscription. Dot dot you can see you want to post or get. I'm going to go with post. Here's the task. You need to start it with the slash, then the path you want. So I want to do, for example, Netflix subscription, Netflix payment, for example, or whatever the part you would like. Then create a function. Then inside this function, you will need to pass in two parameters. The first one is like, which stands for request, and like. Then here you can send out some lessons. For example, this unless in this function. If I go to left dot send dot, for example, want to set the status. It's good to set the status. It's a code, and if you work with API, for example, follow for 500, follow one, thing like that. This is the status. Dot lesson to send out some lesson and send out some information. So, for example, the information that I would like to send out is message, and the message will be hello from Netflix payment, for example. And it gave me alert because we added two brackets. So this is better. And now to start it. What you can do is just go here and just say node, go inside the SLS and set the path for the next day. Wait one second. I don't know what is this error. Okay, so this means that the path is 1000. I am already using it. So if you are new, you didn't get this alert. So you can just set it to 3001. So you go here and set it. Then like you can see it's working, but of course I need to save the one also to something. And if you want, and now if I like to create it now fully functional. And if I open my browser and go to this part number, so localhost 3001, by default you cannot get, or there's no after for the hyphen for the main load, since mine is Netflix payment. So if I copy this or just other to facilitate. We call this because we set the type of the request to post, not get. So if you want to get it, you need to change this to be a get. I would like it to be post, but for now, get to see if it works. Run it again. Now when you go there, lift that, like you can see, get the this cool message. Now this is working, but the problem is when you try to change something, you have to restart the server with SAP. So better you go to package relation, tell the script, and then you think and something called start here, passing node one, then the entry point which is the slash next to there. I can close up to this and pair my slash the and node one to make sure you got node one. And now if we learn npm start, make sure to see have started the part later. And if you're going to change anything, the for example here, I'm going to change the message so subscribe and like. Now when you go back and refresh, like you can see, change it without needing to restart the part level. Restarting the server. This is how you can create a simple API. And in the next video, we will see how can we create, how can we push the data and store it in a JSON folder. Thank you very much. Hope you like this video. See you in the next one.